All right, let's take a look at some other synthesis methods or techniques that we can use in this Thor synthesizer. I'm going to change these analog oscillators out for WaveTable. Maybe I'll do just a single WaveTable oscillator. And I'll bypass the filter as well so that we know what we're hearing is strictly the WaveTable oscillator. But all of these other synthesis methods, the signal flow through the synthesizer will still remain the same. You'll have choice of multiple filters and envelope generators and the modulation matrix. But so we're just going to focus for now on the sound source itself, the WaveTable oscillator in this case. What a WaveTable is basically a list of preloaded waveforms that you can choose from. So where the in subtractive synthesis we had a few harmonically rich waveforms, typically those on most synthesizers will be a sine wave, triangle, sawtooth, pulse. A WaveTable will have lots and lots of different types of waveforms. Those can be the same analog waveforms that we saw, sawtooth, square, etc. But it can also be things like the pluck of a string, the breath sound, and etc. So what I'm going to do here, we have the typical settings, octave tuning, semitone tuning, and fine tuning. And then what differentiates this WaveTable oscillator is this area right here. It looks like a little display. There are up and down buttons, but I'm going to click right on that so we can see the entire list of waves that are in here. Just many, many, many to choose from. So the analog, basic analog, sounds kind of like I don't know, maybe a square wave, even approaching a triangle maybe. I can go to, let's choose, see what looks, didgeridoo. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay. And I can use this position knob to select different parts of the waveform. Okay, let's see piano. And again, I can move through different types or different parts of that piano waveform to get something that's close to the ultimate sound I'm trying to create. Okay, so you don't think of these as you would think of like samples of a piano. It's a little different. You're using part of a waveform, part of a sample, but you're using it just as a waveform like you would normally use a sine or a square in a regular subtractive synthesis. So there I'm using a voice wavetable, but I'm using it to create a kind of an organ sound. All right, so that's WaveTable synthesis. Short little introduction. It's basically just a different sound source, but then we run through the same filters and envelope generators. All right, I'm going to stop and we'll look at another type of synthesis in the next tutorial.